Good morning, everybody. This is Quarantine Day 3. Today's verse, it's a very special verse to me now within the year of 2020. This is from Revelation 3, verses 19 and 20. Those whom I love, I reprove and discipline. So be zealous and repent. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come into him and eat with him, and he with me. The reason this verse is so important to me for this year of 2020 and probably now for the rest of my life is that this is the verse I had the great privilege of reading at my grandmother's funeral. My grandmother passed away this past January, and she was just an incredible person and very well loved by our family, and we had a big, meaningful funeral for her, and I was one of the few amongst our very large family that was really honored with speaking, and I'm still feeling so grateful for that. And maybe that's part of the reason why I'm here. About a week before that funeral, another really traumatic thing happened in our family, and this is on my mom's side. Her daughter, my grandmother's daughter, my aunt Deb, was in a fire in her apartment. We don't know the exact reason that the fire started. We have suspicions of, maybe some electronic issue, but we really don't know. The evidence is very scarce because it was a fire, and they can just kind of tell us here's where it started. So I know that's a common question that comes up with that. And my Aunt Deb did not survive the fire eventually. Her body succumbed to the injuries of it. She had a lot of underlying health issues, and this was a very difficult decision for my family here in February. So 2020 has been just a year with challenges kind of coming at me from every which way, and there's kind of the sense that I get that I'm working through a lot of adversity in this, and I know that in this latest challenge I'm certainly not the one working through the most adversity. But this has just been a year that I want to kind of capture a bit more, because I really do feel like there's some knocking at the door, and kind of, I almost feel like God's disciplining me in a way, and maybe trying to keep focused on some important things. I have a young daughter, and yeah, so this has just been a really tough 3 months, really since mid-January for me. So I guess we are, probably at 2 months even, I would say. Just 2 months, mid-January to mid-February, mid-February to mid-March, and that's where we are. So actually probably 2 months. So I just kind of want to bring that verse in for people, because I know there's a lot of reasons that maybe you've pushed away sort of thinking about spiritual things, thinking about your own beliefs and what you want to believe, and I know a lot of people just kind of keep that very well locked up in a cabinet in their brain, and they don't want to let that out. But maybe this is a time that you're getting some knocks at that door. Something might need to be inspected there. And I just ask that you be open to that, be considerate of that. For a lot of people that maybe have been circling around with their Christian faith, just maybe look at a few more verses, do a little bit more reading. If you've got anxiety, I can tell you that reading the Bible will help. I don't know if I've really ever encountered many people that have said, I read several books of the Bible, especially New Testament, and then I just came away with it. I'm so anxious. That's not the reaction that I get. There's a lot of reason behind why generation after generation people keep turning to this thing, and especially when adversity hits. And I'm really no different. I'm part of that. So I encourage you to be open and take a look. Things are knocking.